This video is made for adult collectors, and the intro to this video was originally planned to just be a short, and that's why it's shot vertically. Then I changed my mind, so sorry. All right, at Walmart, you can kind of see it there. Let's go see if we got Rise of the Beast toys. All right, now we're gonna actually check Toys R Us. For the Americans who don't understand, Canada still has Toys R Us. And Toys R Us was a lot more profitable, let's just say. The lady, put a picture of the shopping cart. The lady was unpacking them as I walked in, and she let me rummage through and pick what I wanted. That's so cool. So that is almost the entirety of wave 1 of the mainline stuff, minus the deluxes because nobody had any. I got the masks at GameStop. I also got these two idiots, and then everything else from Toys R Us. It's great. I was also surprised to see GameStop actually carrying kids stuff, and these things, the plastic feels so damn good. What the hell? I don't get it. Primal's mask is really heavy. It's actually surprisingly heavy for what it is. So I'm really excited to end this video. So the toys released a couple days ago, and damn, I spent too much. But these are cool. This is all I got from the Rise of the Beast mainline, minus the Deluxes and Voyagers and a couple other things because they just weren't out yet. But everything here is awesome. Mostly. Everything here was also bought at Toys R Us and GameStop. Yes, GameStop is carrying the kids' toys as well. I love that. And because it's, GameStop, I get a discount because of the Edge thing, so I love it so much. So what I've got is these Legion replacements, these Beast Alliance things, these deluxe size toys, Smash and Change Primal, and the masks. Oh, and this. He turns into a gun. Before I quickly get into everything, I do have a Patreon. It's linked in the description down below if you want to support the channel even further. Now, let's start small with Legion class. These are weaponizers that are filling in for the Legion Legends slot because they are the same size, and they're cool. I couldn't find Skullcruncher, but they had Blade Kitty and Shit Gun because the Gatling gun comes out of his anus. These are super basic, little animals that look okay, but Rhinox feels the best. Like, he feels really solid. They transform into weapons and can be held by anything with a 5mm hole. Rhinox is the best though, because his ass splits and a gun comes out of it, and that's funny. But that's all they do, and I'm gonna be honest, they're not worth the $11 that I paid for these. That's 11 bucks Canadian. And that feels like a tad too much. These Beast Alliance, or whatever, things are neat. Prime is based on this weird concept thingy that makes no sense, but has like 3 toys already, so, odd. But the alt mode looks fine. It's all just limbs from the side, and it looks meh. It feels nice, though. Mirage, though, is fancy as hell. This thing lacks paint in alt mode, but it still looks the part. No kibble in the alt mode like Prime, so I'll take it. Transforming Prime is very basic. The arms and legs open up, blah, blah, blah. It's just unfolds and twists. That's about it. Mirage, though, let me show you. So this thing is a very unexpected transformation. I was not expecting this to work the way it does at all, and this is the one I figured, oh, I can do this without the instructions, and, that was a thing. You would just sort of expect it to be like legs, arms, head, blah, blah, but no, it does a lot of flips, which, you start by opening the trunk, or technically this is a Porsche 911, so it would be the engine. Then you flip the head up, rotate the arms out, like that, get everything situated there, and that's how they do the front of the chest. That's really cool. Now the back section, you untab the doors, right, and then you swing the whole thing down, split the legs from the windshield, rotate the waist, yes, rotate the waist, tab it together, split the legs, unfold at the knees, yes, knees, and there you go. That's Mirage. It does have like door wings, which is pretty neat, hot rod door wings. But yeah, that's such a simple yet interesting transformation. It's much more interesting than this idiot. So that is why I like this a lot more. Prime's robot mode is meh. There's a blade, but like it has no real articulation that's usable, so the whole thing doesn't really feel worth the price to me. It's detailed and painted pretty okay for what it is. I love looking at it, but messing with it's not exactly the most fun thing in the world. Mirage, though, this is cool. He looks so dynamic, has usable articulation, nice detail, and a fold-out cannon. This is one of the best things I picked up because of all the toys, it's one of the most fun to flip back and forth manually. It just feels solid. He is also blast effect compatible. Now let's get into the nitty and the gritty. Prime and Primal. I wanted these because they are deluxe size toys. But are they the same as deluxes? No. They aren't as nice as a deluxe, not as engineered or whatever, but they're still nifty. Primal looks awesome. The way the paintwork is done is very nice, if a bit bland, but I like how they spread everything out. He is a deluxe size thing, and the plastic feels nice and thick, surprisingly. My biggest issue, though, is the lack of head movement. His head is in this hood thing, and due to how it transforms, it doesn't move, and it's a shame, because if it did, it would have been completely fine. That and mine has a bit of a loose hip, but that's the only loose part. His weapon, the not Tigatron, is fine. He looks like he's made of nylon. It's that very like shiny white, and he's skinny, and his main purpose is to be a crossbow that looks like a tiger with a PP gun. It's not the best. Honestly, I just kind of forget about the Target Master. Transforming Primal is bland. It doesn't change much, and honestly, monkey mode is really boring. It's just a robot slightly shorter with a new head. It's Prime, though, damn, this thing is fun as hell. He looks the part, needs more paint, but it's a nice little deluxe sized Prime. And guess what? He has articulation. Also, please, Cam, Toy Hacks, please make a sticker sheet for this.
So this thing is extremely posable and is a lot of fun. You got the head, it can rotate a full 360 degrees, take that Primal. He can look up sort of, but like it looks ugly. Shoulders can rotate, they can go in and out. You have an elbow ball joint, so you have 90 degrees, and a swivel, which is very nice. He does have a waist joint. You got hips that move forward, they can't go back, they can go out that far. You have knees that are on ball joints, so it also gives you a thigh swivel. And then the heels can tilt down if you want him to like step forward a little bit. Get out of the way, Tigatron.
So like, this thing is already 100% worth it, and you get a dog that turns into a chainsaw, which is always cool. Head sculpt is awesome, but the rest of the tooling feels a little bit bland. Transformation is generic Prime transformation, arms in, legs back, blah, blah, blah. But the truck mode ain't bad. There is the feet sticking out and there are gaps, but to me it doesn't bother me that much. Again, deluxe size, which makes it really nice because that is what I've wanted for a long time, is a new deluxe Prime. It's so cool. Now on to Smash and Change Primal. This is fun as hell. It's a big monkey. What else do you need? It's just Big Monkey. But Big Monkey does do something really cool. You smash him into a desk and he becomes Robot Monkey.
This is one of the most satisfying gimmick toys because unlike Optimus, who I already have from the Cyberverse line, you press a button twice and then you smash him. It's not that fun. This one is just... How cool is that? Let's just... get him back into monkey mode. Let's do that again. It does take a couple tries for the arms to come out, like... But, you know, it's still really cool.
Robot mode reveals a lot more tooling and he looks very nice. Love the blue and the red from the old Beast Wars show and toy models. Adding more color to this just really helps. It can't do much. He does have 5mm hands, but no articulation. And if that's something that you're looking for, you don't want this, obviously. But it's really fun to flip around. It's super solid and heavy. It's so much better than Prime. It's great. Now the masks. Yes, these robots turn into masks. These things are probably the most popular mainline items to come out. It's hilarious. First off, they're huge, like really huge. That's a leader class. And the plastic feels kind of solid in a lot of places, especially Bumblebee. The ratchets on them feel a bit flaky, but they still stand and hold poses. Tooling on both is not accurate at all, the robot modes in service of the mask modes, but they are neat. I think Bumblebee is my favorite robot mode to look at.
Okay, this was a feature I was not expecting them to go all out on, but they did. Articulation on both of these is nuts, except for one thing that they both get wrong. No head movement. On Primal, I can kind of get it because he's on this big flat panel, but on Bumblebee, they could have very easily put head rotation in there, but they don't rotate at the head. So let's do Primal's articulation first. So nothing at the head. Shoulders. On a ratchet, they can also go in and out. You have like this weird elbow joint for transformation, but it does move around a little bit, so that's nice. Wrist joints, unnecessary, but they're there. This has nothing to do with the transformation, but he has a ratcheted waist joint. Hips are on ball joints, they can go forward and back, they're really tight. They can only go out that far. They do have enough space to have a thigh rotation. Ratcheted knees, And the ankles can go down, up, they can swivel, and he has ankle tilts. So yeah, wasn't expecting that. The strap on him has like nowhere to go, so it just kind of hangs there, but it's still, there he goes. Still very cool. Bumblebee, on the other hand, also does some really cool things that are different from Primal. So no head, again, so no head. The shoulder pads can move and the wings can flap. Shoulders, they do rotate. The strap doesn't really get in the way that much, which is nice. They do go in and out. Doesn't feel the greatest, but they do. Elbow bends 90 degrees, below the elbow swivel. Nothing at the waist on this guy, but his hips can go forward. All right, they can go back. They can go in and out. But because of transformation, he has shifting hips. So you can get them to go even higher or like at a different angle out. Get them down here, they now go back. On a mask toy, you have actual thigh rotation that's ratcheted. Ratcheted knee. Ankles can go down, up, pivot, and rotate. Extremely unnecessary for them to go all out on these things, but they did anyways, and I love it.
Transforming them is not the greatest. I'm just going to show you Primal here. It's all panelly and the straps get in the way, but it makes sense. The limbs go where you would want them to go, but on Primal, the feet go towards the bottom of the mask, like towards the chin. He comes packaged with them more facing the top, but they're supposed to go at the bottom. Mask modes, bro. These are amazing. The tooling is awesome, the shaping is awesome, and they are not made for adult heads. Yeah, I'm wearing the mask. My chin sticks out a little bit because it's meant for a child and not for an adult. But as you can see, it messes up your hair. But it does fit over glasses a little bit. It's not the most comfortable thing in the world on glasses, but again, bigger glasses, adult head. But this is Primal. It sticks out quite a bit. You can pick its nose. That is a thing you can do. But let's put on Bumblebee's. God, it messed up my hair. Oh, this one does not like glasses. Okay, that's coming off. Come on. Bumblebee, this one's a lot smaller because you can see my mouth from underneath. It's not great. Also, like me to look cross-eyed. But yeah, this one's less comfortable to wear on the nose. There's a little rubber piece in the bridge, but my nose is actually being squished right here, and I'm looking down. If I look normally, it's like this. So, not meant for an adult, still kind of funny.
Spiky, what's happening?
And with the exactly.
Where? Oh, I see.
There's a guy right there. If people
There is
knew
a pro.
Man, this guy's playing horribly. What, does he have an ape mask on?
Wow, was it? That should be like a joke, like another point of
Bruh.
view. Like, hey, this man's playing bad. What do you got? An ape mask on?
That's
You're
why I
an
just
ape?
said that.
Are you an
but then
ape
I
or
was
something?
Like, yeah, I do. And it's like, well, you
I
know,
mean, a little bit.
Brian, you're just mad that Owen's funnier.
yeah.
I appreciate that, Nick. You're also really funny, and you're good looking, and you work out, and you're Polish.
Bro being sus.
Oh, being a little sussy.
I don't know whether or not to take these as gay, intrusive thoughts from you guys, or you guys are just genuinely being nice.
Nick, look in the mirror. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh, he's down. Another one coming around. There he is! There's two!
Put them down. They're coming. They're coming. They're intruding.
Oh,
We
dude,
are
he
dead.
died.
They do have nose pads, like I said, but they don't fit my head anyways. Now, you need these masks because you'll need protection from this Optimus Prime gun. This is the robot mode for Optimus Prime gun, and it looks ugly. Tooling's fine if a bit rough, but the proportions are so rough because of what he turns into. He has no 5mm anything on him, so he can't hold any weapons, and he feels like he's designed by the Nerf team because there's Nerf branding on the box, on the instructions, and he feels like a Nerf blaster more than a Transformers toy. Like the plastic even feels Nerfy. It's very weird. I'm literally holding it right now while recording this. It's really weird. I like how you can store the darts on the back though. That's neat. I have been told that by people who actually collect Nerf guns that this does damage the darts over time because it puts pressure on them. So maybe storing them in here is not the best idea, but it's cool to have it there. Transforming it is not bad. It's very basic, but the head is an actual working safety. you cannot use the gun with the head folded up. Once it's folded in, you can use the gun, which I find incredibly funny. Gun mode looks like a gun. Sure, it's super powerful too. Look.
All right, we got Minerva. This is not gonna go well because I'm going to miss because this has no sights whatsoever. So let's try this. See if I can get this on camera. Whoa, there she goes. It's really, really strong. I actually have some suction cup darts here, thanks to Sir Toys sending me a bajillion darts once. So let's shoot at the wall, left-handed. Oh, it didn't stick. Well, the dart kind of sucks, but like, yeah, it doesn't stick. But I have fired some suction darts that do stick to the wall, so you know. Ah, I shot the camera.
Now let's have a battle, because I have this and I have those knockoff guns. But my sister isn't here because she's at university, so I'm gonna just have a shootout with my dad.
All right, I'm stuck with this one. Can you see?
Yeah, I can't hurt my nose.
Yeah. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Ah! I'm falling over. I'm gonna go on this side. Ah! Ah!
Did it get you?
No. Ah! I completely missed. Ah! You can't. All right, you win. All right, what do you think of the masks?
I got one more shot.
What? Ow!
It's uncomfortable because it's small.
Yeah.
So I don't have to look at the face of it because, you know, Beast Wars is not my favorite thing.
Oh, well, then give me your face.
So, Mainline. I like it. A couple of these toys seem too expensive, but a majority of them are cool. My recommendations are Beast Alliance Mirage, Deluxe Size Prime, Smash and Change Primal, Gun Prime, and the masks. Everything else, you just wait for a sale. But these are still fun, and I cannot wait to see what else comes out of it. Oh, one more thing I wanted to mention about Gun Prime really quick. When I picked him up at the store for the first time, I was not expecting him to be as heavy as he is. My dog is barking. I was not expecting him to be as heavy as he is, but he feels super weighty, and I really like that. But that's my look at the Rise of the Beast mainline toys that aren't the Deluxes and Voyagers, because Toys R Us doesn't get them till next week apparently. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye. That was me firing the gun, but I don't know if you can tell.